Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Dean Bear. I'm here with Scotty Mack. Scott, good morning.
Good morning, Dean.
We're in the IRT segment before the quarterfinals. Ask the referee, and this is our head referee, Scotty Mack. So the first question right out of the box is Brad Williams Jr. What is the toughest spot for you to ref from on the court?
It's definitely anything up higher. It's a lot harder to see two bounces, harder to see skips. Those are the most common calls. You can see certain calls up higher, like short serves, for example, but for those two, definitely recommend being down lower.
Same question from, that goes with this is, what is the toughest court that you had to ref on?
Any court that doesn't have downstairs viewing is definitely difficult if you have to ref from up high. Also, having to look through a really small viewing pane to referee where you can't see the back corners is really difficult.
Okay, next question up comes from Gregory Lyons. What rule would you like to see changed?
For sure, any rule that's hard to enforce would be a good candidate. So for me, anything around the encroachment line, especially with shoulders going across, I would adjust it so that either it's just your feet have to be behind, or like pickleball where you have to stay behind and you can't step into it. You have to catch your balance first. So something like that would be my suggestions.
That's actually really good. The next one up is from Fabian Cuesta. What happens when the player has his racket up before the serve?
So this is a difference between USAR rules and IRT rules. So in the USAR, if the racket's up and the player serves, it's a fault serve. But in the IRT, we don't really want that to be a strategy of the players where they're strategically putting the racket up and trying to trick their opponent. So it's just a replay of that same serve. If it happens enough times, the referee has the discretion to say it's a delay of game, so they can give a delay of game warning and then give a penalty on the server for serving if it happens like that.
And a penalty to the player would be a loss of a point that they have already earned, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so the last question up is from Eric Matthews, and this obviously came up because of last night. Double serving. Can a player jump or raise a leg when his partner is hitting a jam serve or a wrap serve?
Yeah, so this is a case where it's actually now the same with USAR rules and IRT rules. So in doubles or singles, as soon as the server makes contact, the server can leave the box, the server's partner can leave the box. So that means if the doubles partner jumps, they're leaving the box, but if the ball hits them, then it's the same penalty as if you left the box and got hit normally. So it's going to be a fault or loss of serve. So in the case of with jumping, as long as you get out of the way and the ball goes underneath you, it's clean play.
So someone wrote last night, excellent know of the rules by Kane Wasselinchuk. I'm totally not surprised. Ladies and gentlemen, that's one of our first Ask the Ref segments. We're going to try to do this at every event we have, Scott, so I hope you don't mind stopping by right before the quarterfinals.
Totally. Thank you, Dean.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we'll take a short break. We'll be back with Fabio Soto with our coming up matches right here on IRT Live. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Dean Bear and Fabio Soto. So, Fabio, first of all, good morning. It's day 3 at the U.S. Open. How do you feel?
Well, very excited. We have a fantastic day today. Quarterfinals action and semifinals for the doubles.
Yeah, it's an easy day for us. Only 6 matches on the IRT today. But first, coming up, the quarterfinals, Sam Murray, number 4, coming against Carlos Keller, who is in the 12 seed, and he took out Conrado Moscoso. So these players have only met 4 times, and they're even up. That's pretty interesting. I would have expected Sam Murray to have a higher win percentage against Carlos. Are you a little surprised at that?
I'm a little surprised when I looked at it, but they're 2-2, so this could be called like a rubber match right here.
Absolutely. The last 2 times they met, once was 2 weeks ago in the Shamrock Shootout, also in the quarterfinals. Sam took him out, and then obviously in Denver. So our last 2 events, these guys met, and they kind of split. In the round of 16s, he took out Sam Murray. This matchup, believe it or not, is a mix between power and precision. How many shirts are going to be changed from Sam Murray? That's always a question right here. But you know what? These are really equal. These guys are two titans of racquetball, and we're going to see a clash here today.
Well, I'm not surprised. I mean, like you said, these speaks for themselves, the professionalism that they have. I mean, look out for Keller. He took out Conrado Moscoso, which is no joke. Conrado came in as a heavy favorite, but he took him out. But you know what? He will change his serves throughout the match. We saw him playing yesterday, singles and doubles, and he adjusted his play according to the style of the other opponent, which will make it interesting. But you know what? Sam's defense is really, really on top of his game. He will be defending that court. He will make Carlos Keller run all over the court, which will be very exciting for us. And you know what? He will power through the match. As you know, very powerful guy. He's 220 pounds, I think, of just pure raw power. So we'll see a lot of him. And you know what? He's still alive in the double semifinals, so we'll get to see him tonight at least twice.
2 matches for Sam Murray today. Again, big Canada coming up. To be honest, these players, again, Sam Murray, his overall record, 51 wins, 46 losses. Keller, 30 wins, 16 losses. Very even. 28 years old for Sam Murray, 29 for Carlos Keller. This should be a good one, Fabio.
It should be a good one, and you know what? I'm going to do the Dean Bear and say 11-10 tiebreaker on this one.
Wow, you took the words right out of my mouth. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we'll take a short break, and we'll be back with the start of this match right here on IRT Live.
Did you know I was the mommy slam dunk champion?
Really?
Yes, really don't sound so surprised.
Let's see it.
Oh, you're ready. All right, here we go. Let's hear the crowd. So go to right, go to left. Fake 'em out. Mama, go up, up, up.
She did it.
Again?
You can't avoid gravity, but UnitedHealthCare can help you avoid financial surprises by helping you compare costs and doctor quality ratings. UnitedHealthCare.
Uh-huh.
When you don't feel like yourself, trust the pharmacy experts at Lewis. From prescription medications to finding the things that make you feel better, Lewis pharmacists know what you need. Count on Lewis and feel better.
Over 1 million children are sold into slavery and human trafficking every year. At Rafa International, we exist to combat human trafficking and sexual exploitation for one child at a time. For more information, please visit rafa.org or follow us on social media.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Carlos Keller on the court. Murray getting probably his first shirt change from the warm-ups. You want to ask how these guys got here? Let me tell you. We talked already. Carlos Keller took out Conrado Moscoso in the round of 16s, and he also took out Robert Collins in the round of 32s. Very interesting that Carlos Keller has not had a tiebreaker yet. Neither has Sam Murray. Fabio, does that surprise you that Carlos Keller took out Moscoso in 2?
Well, it's a little surprising because, you know, Conrado Moscoso at the last U.S. Open, he went to the final versus Kane Wazelenchuk, the eventual winner.
Yeah.
So we expected a little bit more pizzazz for him on his behalf. So, you know, but Carlos, he's no joke. He's been proven to have a good matchup. He made a semifinals this year at the IRT in Denver, which is fantastic. So Carlos is on a roll.
Yeah, absolutely. And Sam Murray, how did he get here? Well, he took out Eric Cuevas in the round of 32s. That was a surprise to see Eric Cuevas make the round of 32s. I'm pretty happy for the believe it or not, for most of the round of 32s qualifiers, I think from an IRT standpoint, we got to be pretty happy. We had Cliff Swain make it. We got these young guys like Eric Cuevas, Juan Salvatierra from Guatemala, Eric Trujillo from Mexico, Christian Ware from Guatemala. So Rodrigo Rodriguez, who has not really played any IRT events, made a round of 32s other than Chicago. Alejandro Herrera, another old guard from Florida and Colombia. Joe Kelly. So I think the people that made it through that extremely tough qualifying bracket have to be pretty happy.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely think we've had a variety of people, and more that we go through these events, Dean, we see more Bolivians, more Costa Ricans, Guatemalans coming over, and it's just it nourishes very much so the IRT.
Absolutely. So Sam Murray took out Eric Cuevas, and then he had to go up against Sebastian Franco, and I expected more of a fight from Sebastian Franco.
I agree.
I mean, the Team Zurich. I was talking to Coach Fran Davis. Team Zurich is spread. There's a lot of guys. So for her as a coach, she has to kind of run a lot of different directions. And I think that maybe had faulted him. I think he's just played too much racquetball over the last 2 weeks in Chicago and here. And I think it took its toll.
It did. But we'll see what happens right now. Our first matchup of the day. We talked about the tail of the tape. And here we go with the introductions on the court.
Yeah, we'll have to leave the court mic down because of the music that's out there. Our stuff will get flagged, but we're going to leave the court video on so you can see how fantastic it is. It's early here on day 3. Not many people in the building at 10 a.m. Might have to do with the fact that the Hall of Fame induction ceremony is going on right now at the hotel, and I have to say, being here, even though I'm going to see some amazing racquetball, I'm missing the Hall of Fame. There's some great people getting inducted. Take a quick look at that front court. It's absolutely beautiful. Jason Menino getting inducted. Hank Marcus, who's a friend of the IRT. Mr. Peck, who passed on. That's an emotional day, but he's a stellar pro racquetball player. So here we go. Players are getting introduced. Dean and Fabio in the house. Scott McClellan has the referee crew there. If you're in the chat box, I could see it already. We got. Do you want Bolivia? Do you want Canada? So I see Robert is in there with the American flag. Robert, there's no American playing in this match, but I would assume you're from America, so you're just repping the flag. And we like it. Engagement is good, ladies and gentlemen. We want to see you guys in the chat box, but I want to remind everybody in the chat box, you're watching some free racquetball thanks to the sponsors of the IRT. Normally, even at the U.S. Open, okay, these matches right now from the quarterfinals on would be pay only. So thank our sponsors. We have a lot of them. But the U.S. Open here, ladies and gentlemen, we're at the 25th U.S. Open, and it's the UnitedHealthCare U.S. Open. It's presented by Lifetime, Keith Miner, Lewis Drugs, Sports Minneapolis, USA Racquetball, Mueller Sports Medicine, My Pillow, and Plaskolite.
I want to thank everybody for watching on their phones, at home, at work, in Bolivia, in Canada, anywhere you are in the world, Latin America. Thank you very much for watching. Like our post, share our feed, tag a friend, follow us on social media. Un agradecimiento para toda la gente que nos está viendo, no nada más de Estados Unidos, sino de toda Latinoamérica. Carlos Keller de La Paz, Bolivia, de Santa Cruz de la Sierra, Bolivia. Un saludo a toda la gente boliviana que nos está viendo. Denle like a nuestro post, compartan nuestra liga, etiqueten a un amigo, sigan el Racquetball. Estos son los cuartos de final del US Open. Carlos Keller entrando a la cancha, esperando a su rival, Sam Murray. Saludo a todo mundo.
Wow, look at that. Look at that court shining up. Carlos Keller's on it. Sam Murray's making his way there now. I'll tell you, Fabio, are we a little excited for today? Today, 4 fantastic quarterfinal matches, and then we'll have a short break. Then we'll have a doubles match. Then we'll have another quite short break because they'll put the semifinals matches from the LPRT on. I'm excited to see those matches as well. So their semifinal doubles matches will be brought over here tonight. Very happy for them, and I can't wait to watch those matches. So we'll be capped off with our final doubles match later on tonight.
Yeah, I'm very excited. This one to me, is not a surprise that these two gentlemen got here. But, looking at the numbers and looking at everything, I really have no idea what will happen. It seems a flip of a coin right now because Carlos Keller, as of late, has really matured on tour and has had, great performances. And Sam Murray is here to stay. Remember, Sam came off a Grand Slam win earlier this year from Atlanta, Georgia, and he is on a roll right now. These two athletes shaking hands, exchanging pleasantries before the beginning of the match. And here we go.
Absolutely. Players are ready. Line judges are ready. We're ready. You're ready. Once again, in the chat box, let's see your prediction. Is it a Canadian? Is it a Bolivian? The winner will take a trip to the semifinals right here at the UnitedHealthCare U.S. Open. Sam Murray won the toss. Z-serve coming. Oh, no. Drop the drive in. How nice. Skipped in point. Sam Murray on the board first. Wow, great serve.
Very effective right now, Sam Murray, with these serves. And you know what? He doesn't get enough credit for them, Dean. And he is very good. He's one of the most intelligent players on tour.
Yeah, again, definitely making waves. The last 3 events here at the for the IRT. We go back to Denver. Making semifinals. That was unpredicted and welcomed as well. I want to say hello to all the Bolivians out there. There's a ton of you watching. Matias is watching. Fabi is watching. Like this button. Share it. Not enough likes. I want to see some more. Show a friend. Professional racquetball. Diving miss right there, .3. Early morning racquetball, late night racquetball. At the U.S. Open, it's racquetball all day. Today's only day 3, Fabio. Do you feel like we've been here for a week? Look at that.
Not really, but look at that.
Wow.
Listen, what a great point there by Sam Murray. We talked about his defensive skills, and that's no joke. He dove about 3 times right there, picking up balls. He's making Carlos Keller think about his shots right now. I mean, if you guys think at home or at work, wherever you are, that you can beat these guys at racquetball, go ahead, tag a friend. Let us know in the comments if you can beat Sam Murray or Carlos Keller.
I bet you there's a lot of people think they can. Because, Fabio, when we watch from out here, I don't ever skip a ball. I bet you there's a lot of guys in the chat box from Bolivia that had played Carlos Keller. So
I'm sure.
If you have played Carlos Keller, I want to know.
people from Santa Cruz de la Sierra, Bolivia. That's where Carlos Keller plays.
And if you're from Canada, I saw that, like, I think it was Ontario Racquetball. They had a Canadian schedule up of all the Canadians still in the tournament. That was fantastic. Oh, missed bottom board. See, he didn't have to go for the pinch there.
Not really.
Sam Murray's in front of him. So unless he flat rolls that or unless he has a really good pinch shot, Sam's getting that. Cross court, the wide angle would have been money right there, and he wouldn't have skipped it.
Agree.
Pinches, very easy to skip.
Yeah, I agree. Probably a wide angle pass right there would have been more effective. Let's see, Sam Murray again on offense.
Short.
Second serve. Stuck against the wall. Look at that diving get. Carlos has to put that down the line, Fabio, just like he did there.
Listen, this match so far has been, we've seen Murray give some defensive plays right there. I hope this doesn't take a lot out of. It just seems that Carlos can a lot.
Second serve. Four serving two. Two serving four. Stop. Foot fault.
Football.
Diving get there. I'll tell you, Sam has proven, Fabio, that he is ridiculously comfortable, not only in his racquetball, position in racquetball where he is now, but on this championship court. Look at that pickup. Carlos buries that into the corner.
This is a fantastic view that we have right here.
Good shot. Point. 3 serving 4. Appeal used, 1 appeal remaining. 3 serving 4. Short. Second
I
serve.
tell you, Sam took a that lead early, and I was worried for Carlos. Just not a good start for him, and he's clawing his way back. Look at that get. Couldn't make the front wall.
Yeah, you know what, Dean? I agree with you what you're saying about Sam. You know, just feeling at home, feeling comfortable. And you know what? It shows in his expression, because I think Sam, anywhere he goes, he just goes with the flow. He's a very calm and collected guy, and he has the best racquetball poker face.
Yeah, that's true.
Stop. Short.
Doesn't show emotion.
So, just so you know, if you're at home, this is our quarterfinals. We have 2 line judges. We also have a short line judge. So there's a person with a microphone. I think it's Maurice Miller, and their job is specifically to watch serves right on the short line, and they can stop play, where a line judge cannot stop play. So that's a little bit of a difference that's here at the U.S. Open. Bombs are coming, Fabio.
That's a point right there. Keller comes and ties it up.
Four serving 4.
Football.
Football.
My voice is starting to
Second serve.
already this morning. I don't know why. Yeah, so I'm concerned.
Wow, what a rally right now. Carlos Keller got the best of that rally. Fantastic play by Keller. Talk about defense from Sam. What about defense from Keller right there? Everybody watching. The man on the back right there in the white shirt. That's Scott McClellan, our IRT official. If you didn't watch this segment at the beginning of this transmission, go to the IRT archives. We have Ask the Ref. So everybody you watching, you want to send us a message about asking Scott McClellan a question, please do so.
Yeah, it was very interesting. I mean, some of the answers. Clearly, I knew. However, the fact about reffing. I mean, where they ref
Football.
and the differences when they got a court here. It was a great question from Brad Williams when he asked, well, what's the most difficult spot to ref in? And Scott said anywhere that you have to ref from up high and you can't get low. It's not that you can't do it, it's more difficult. Look at that, really. He's got Sam running all over, and that might be by design, Fabio.
Might be. It is. It's Keller.
Oh, and he skipped an easy one.
Wow, Sam.
Did you hear also? Greg Lyons asked, "What rule would you like change?" And from Scott's perspective, it was any rule that's extremely difficult to enforce. And at any other venue, that encroachment line, it's such a difficult judgment call. When we're on the court, when I'm serving and you cross over, I know.
Football.
But from 20 feet back, because it's half the short line is 20 feet, so it's probably 25 feet. It's probably 15 feet back outside the court. Are you 100% sure? And that's, as a referee, in order to make the call, you got to be 100% sure. That's the call you would want against you also, of course. So changing the encroachment rule to be like, well, you can't enter that zone at all. Or on the flip side is, your feet have to be behind. As long as your feet are behind it, it's fine. You know, then you could reach in with your racket. That's a possibility. Keller was down, I think it was 4-0, and he's up 6-4.
Now he's on a roll right here, Carlos Keller.
Short.
Short serve.
Short call. So a couple of interesting things about Ask the Ref. So
Be sure to send your questions and let us know so we can ask our official. Keller, point number 7 for him, giving something to think about to Sam Murray right now. Wow. Again, Carlos Keller, compelling racquetball play right now.
8 serving 4.
We're at 8 serving 4 on the head pin scoreboard. That is an ace serve there by Keller. Sam Murray, he is down by 5. You know, Dean, lots to think about Sam Murray. You can clearly see his demeanor changing a little bit.
is it just the fact that Carlito is heating up? Is it decision making?
I think so, because he's giving his best, but Carlos is just coming up with every answer to Sam Murray's play.
You know what I like about Carlo is there's no flash. You know, he's just it's extreme basics. He shoots bottom board. He's creative. He's deceptive. You know, and I think that's what a big factor in Carlos Keller. His serve, extremely deceptive. That wind up, I wonder if it throws off an opponent. I've never played someone like that. So I wonder if that kind of throws off his opponent.
So finally, Sam Murray ends the drought. He ends Carlos Keller's run. Back on offense. Sat out again, Carlos Keller.
Tyson, you need to email that question or send it to Scott McClellan directly. But I don't know if that's a true statement. I think if it hits the crack, again, depending on, from an opinion, which one it hit first, it's not a crotch serve. A crotch serve, you know, hits that corner, and that's a fault serve. But I know guys at home that play when they hit that edge in the back, they call it a long, and I say the same thing. If that was the front wall, would you call it a skip? And they're like, you know, yes. Okay, so that means it hit the ground first. Murray buries it down the line.
Now without getting some damage done. Keller now in double digits.
Five serving 10. Six serving 10.
Down the line, effective, Sam Murray. Trying to pick up some momentum.
7 serving 10.
morning, ladies and gentlemen, from magnificent Minneapolis, Minnesota. Sam zigged, Carlos zagged.
10 serving 7.
10.
7.
Head 10 scoreboard.
Short.
The fruitiest, the sweetest one, whatever it is. Yeah, like. Yeah. If there's if
Sam Murray.
7-10, Sam Murray. Wow, Murray crawling back.
Now, I mean, you knew that the run from Carlos Keller wasn't going to be that great. Let's take a quick look. Sam Murray waving high to the sky. Can't get that one. Sam Murray, you can't get mad. You got line judges. You can appeal. Let's take a quick short break. We'll be back on IRT Live. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen.
8 serving 10.
Changing glove, make sure they're not doing any of the things that they're not allowed to do on an equipment timeout. Look at that flat rollout, Sam Murray.
That timeout by Keller didn't favor him right now, and it seems just fueled Sam.
No, but it's a good time for a timeout.
It is, definitely is. There you go. See that shot all the way from the back.
10 serving 9.
He paid for it. Now Keller back on offense.
Short.
Short serve.
Second serve.
Oh, that's so tough, Fabio. When that
Hey.
ball spins off the side wall, I mean, it just sticks to this plascolite. It's like an acrylic panel, and it's made the plascolite is the company that makes it, but it's like an Optics L acrylic panel, and that just sticks right to it. Difficult. As we watch Carlos Keller get ready to serve. Look at the relaxation in Carlos Keller. Like nothing is bothering him. Set up down the line, rips it down the line. Amazing.
Very effective.
For sure.
12 serving 9.
Well, you know, watch Carlos when he's getting ready to serve. He's extremely relaxed. Now he's going down to drive. Set up again.
Wow.
Set up again. Mistake by Keller there. Even though he won the point, the mistake was early on with that first return. It was a setup off the back wall. Carlos stayed with his backhand, and he really would have flipped around and took a forehand. He would have had a much better opportunity to score a point. Sam Murray asking for a timeout. Let's take a look at our QR code. You can get the you can be right on our action here. If you download this program, you will be, it would be like you're right here. I'm also going to put it in the chat box as a PDF. It updates daily, so you can just refresh. You don't have to rescan the program. But let me know what you think of our program here. I want to thank Kelly Diesel for his work on the broadcast. Fabio, I know we added extra work to this U.S. Open, and honestly, from our standpoint, Fabio, it pays off. I mean, our work is that much easier.
No, it does, and everything we do can engage with the fans is fantastic. And look at this replay right here.
Look at the relaxation. Here's Sam's return. Look down the line, so high, and Carlos just puts it. Sam's in. He is literally a foot over. That was 1 point. Now let's take a look at this other one. There's the one where he needed to take a forehand, but he had that set up, and he was lucky that he was able to get another opportunity to score a point, and Sam Murray didn't bury it.
And I just love how Carlos slices that ball.
Short.
Short is the call.
One of those tennis shots that he does for Keller right there. Very effective. Put it away from Sam. Side out.
So some people saying there's a missed foot faults. Carlos Keller, it appears the back of his foot is on that line. I'm watching that also, and there also is 2 line judges. So if Sam Murray, thinks he's over, he can, he can appeal to the 2 back line judges. Like I said before, the side judge is only there for short serve calls. Wow, what a nice pinch kill shot by Carlito Keller.
Serving 10 in the headpan scoreboard. Keller 2 away.
Stop. Foot fault.
It's a foot fault right there. Very difficult to perform Scott McClellan's job. He has to see everything on the court.
Yeah, well, again, the help of the short server, the line judge on the side, he can call short serves directly. It's, it's away from the referee. He called it a skip. Now, he's going to appeal this because you saw in his demeanor, he immediately thought it was good. Unless Kadim Carrasco, who's coaching him, tell him, yeah, it did skip. Then he's not going to appeal that.
Point there for Murray. And you talked, Dean, in the pregame about how this match is even for these gentlemen, and
Look at the score.
Look at the score right here. Oh,
wow, Sam going bottom board. First opportunity for Carlos to win. Was he serving? I forgot to look.
Little uncharacteristic because Sam usually he encroaches down and hits that ball. Right there he tried to hit a splash out just standing up and just backlashed on him.
Yeah, no bending of the knees.
No, nothing.
And it looked almost like open stance. Like his what I mean by open stance is his body was facing the front of the wall.
13 serving 11 the headpin scoreboard.
So that was a side out. Wow. What a good adjustment by Murray. Oh, Carlos, mistake. Again, mistake, but he was still able to win the point even with that one mistake.
Yeah, that down the line would have been a more effective shot right there
Would
for
have been
Carlos.
a winner.
I
Murray's got to make him pay when you make a mistake like
Oh,
that.
yeah.
14 serves 1. First game point opportunity, Carlos Keller in the service box. Ooh, can't get a racket over. I would have liked to seen him serve to the forehand, to be honest, because he did the jam. He has him guessing. So by setting up that jam before, it's going to delay Sam Murray from kind of moving at least a half a second or so, and down the line on the forehand would have been a winner. Wow, what a blast return right there by Carlos Keller. So second opportunity to win game 1. Set up, Keller. Wide angle, but a great get. Sam's going to make him pay.
Wow. Impressive defense.
Again, Carlos is not killing the ball. There's a big difference. Sam Murray's killing the ball, Fabio. You saw it right there. You know, Carlos had opportunity to kill the ball, and he didn't. He left it up. His shots are high. And not only is he not killing the ball, they're coming off the back wall. So what is Sam Murray able to do? He's able to dive to the front and also get himself up and get back to the back of the court and have a setup off the back wall.
Wow, but you see, when Carlos Keller is on defense, he
might be nervous when he's on offense here.
Yeah, because when he's on defense, he makes these really difficult shots seem so easy.
But he doesn't make them when he's on offense.
Let's see if he does right now. Game
That's
point number 3.
something you might have to ask him if you ever get a chance to interview him.
I agree.
Short serve.
Game point number 3, Carlos Keller. Interesting serve.
Good pickup. Set up. Nope. Oh, this might clip the side wall. Set up for Keller. Wide angle, but Sam's there. Down the line, but what a get right there by Sam Murray.
And he made him pay.
Wow. Unbelievable. Hashtag what a get.
You know what? And I think that it gave Keller a lot to think about, because that down the line shot to the left side really seemed impossible for a guy like Sam Murray. No way. He got it, kept it alive. Again, defensive play by Sam Murray is making him go ahead right now. 3 points away from Keller.
Foot fault.
Again, when Carlos is on defense, he makes those shots seem so easy. They're very difficult.
So I think this is the 4th chance.
He needs to capitalize on this.
Short.
Short serve. Again, Fabio, when he's on offense, he's not really aggressive. Defense, smooth, but there you go, ladies and gentlemen. There's the adjustment. Going to offense, you know, when he's on the offense to be smooth and put the ball away. Before, he was not putting the ball away, hitting a lot of cross courts and wide angles that were 3 feet high. Good game 1, ladies and gentlemen. We'll take a short break, and we'll be back for the start of game 2 on IRT Live.
It's all about passion. I think I don't have anything to prove anymore in the sport. At the beginning of my career, I wanted to be one of the best, but I have nothing to prove. I play with no pressure. I'm just enjoying every moment. But when people are cheering for you and stop whatever they're doing, their jobs or to go watch you play. I mean that makes you feel good and makes you want to try hard and give a good show for that people. I'm Alvaro Beltran. Get your M40 so you can play like me.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are live from Minneapolis, Minnesota. UnitedHealthCare 2021 U.S. Open Racquetball Championships for the IRT. I am Fabio Soto, thanking everyone for watching as we saw Carlos Keller take game number 1 from Sam Murray after a defensive display by Sam Murray like we haven't seen in a long time. He came out with 11 points. Carlos Keller won by 15. We're about to start the game number 2. I want to thank everybody for watching on their phones, at home, at work, wherever you are. Like our post, share our feed, tag a friend, follow us on social media. Un saludo a toda la gente que nos está viendo de Latinoamérica y el resto del mundo. Gracias por sintonizar y ver este juego hoy, día 3 del US Open de Minneapolis, Minnesota. Gracias por sintonizar. Un saludo a toda la gente. Denle like a nuestro post, compartan nuestra liga, etiqueten un amigo. Juego número 2, Carlos Keller de Bolivia, Santa Cruz de la Sierra. Sam Murray, Quebec, Canadá. Punto número 1 para Carlos Keller. Estoy seguro que toda la gente de Santa Cruz de la Sierra nos está viendo. Esperamos regresar a Bolivia el año que entra con el IRT. Skip nuevamente, Keller. 2 puntos muy veloces para Keller. Zero serving 2 in the headpan scoreboard. 2 quick points by Keller right there. Sam Murray.
We need an audio board operator, Fabio.
Keller. This point there by Sam Murray. 1 serving 2 in the headpan scoreboard. Thank you everybody for watching today on your phones at home. Referee put a stop to that game, asked for a replay. Took a little time there for Scott McClellan to call for that replay.
He can appeal for a penalty.
I think it's too early for Carlos Keller to pull out an appeal.
Well, he gets 2, so Pablo says he's saving it.
He probably is for a more critical moment.
Nice wide angle, but a good pickup. Good diving get, Carlos. Wow. And he got that one. What a rally for Carlos Keller, ladies and gentlemen.
Fantastic play there by Carlos Keller, the
Wow.
Bolivian from Santa Cruz de la Sierra.
Oh, good. Sam Murray got up. He stayed on the ground, and I was concerned for half a second there. There's the winner. Smooth.
Oh, after
decision making. Look at that diving get. That was one. There's the winner. Unbelievable. But he had a few dives there.
A little frustration, I think, right there on the end of Sam. Wow. Caught him going the other way.
Very early here in game 2. You're talking about a again, what is it, a 28 and a 29-year-old on the court here. They're in their prime, and we're lucky enough to watch this, Fabio.
Two points right there. Double bounce. Sam Marie ties it up again to 2 apiece. You know, and you know what? When you look at their numbers, look at their statistics, this is so evened out. We talked about it in the pregame, Dean. You mentioned how their records are, and you know it's amazing.
Yeah, no, definitely agree. And I don't see the percentages, but Sam Murray, you know, he won more games than he lost on tour, and Carlos, you know, is almost at a 50%. That's high. Now, granted, he's only played, you know, 46, you know, matches. We're not counting here. But Sam is 51 wins, 46 losses. It's about a 10%.
3 serving 2 now on the headpin scoreboard. It's a short call by the referee.
Nice little touch right there.
Point number 4 for Sam Marie.
Four serving 2.
Impressive play there by Sam Murray. Point number 5. He's on a 5-point run now, Dean.
Yeah. Well, you know what? He did that early in game 1 also. I think it was a 4-point run before Carlos came back.
You know, Sam Murray just seems to be completely in control of this match right now.
Well, this game. Yeah.
6 serving 2 now on the headpin scoreboard. And just like that, Dean, we have a timeout here from Carlos Keller. And Carlos takes his first timeout, and we will take a short break ourselves here. And we'll be back on IRT Live.
Hello, I'm Mike Lindell, and I'm here to tell you about my new product from MyPillow. Towels that actually work. Watch this absorbency test. Here's another towel that we randomly went out and bought. Here's one of my towels with the nice design. I don't know if you can see this, but you could line a swimming pool with this. This is crazy. Get rid of it. Towels that actually work.
The new MyPillow towels are exclusively made with 100% USA combed cotton with proprietary technology and with maximum absorbency. They dry you faster and are guaranteed to work.
I'm interrupting this commercial right now. Retailers have canceled MyPillow. And to thank you for all your support, I'm going to pass the savings directly on to you. Go to MyPillow.com to get deep discounts on all MyPillow products. For example, you get my dog beds for as low as $19.99. Or for a limited time, you can get my 6-piece towel sets. Regularly $109.99, now only $39.99. The lowest price ever with your promo code.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. For those who are just joining us, we are live once again. Minneapolis, Minnesota, 2021 U.S. Open Racquetball Championships. I want to thank everybody for watching on their phones, at home, on their tablets. Oh, Keller. Very different game 2 than 1, Dean.
Yeah, and expected from Sam Murray. You know, you want to come out of the Murray camp, and I wasn't out front at all, Fabio. So I don't know if Jake Bredenbeck is out there, you know, coaching Sam. I know that they're friends and they're usually always in each other's corner, but I didn't see. Okay, just got confirmation. Jake and Sam are both courtside, so I'm sure after losing game 1, you know, information came from Jake and Sam to Sam to make what adjustments to make.
Wow. Fantastic down the line shot right there by Keller. Very good timeout there for Carlos Keller. Coming back with 2 points. Fantastic again. What a great serve there by Keller. Throwing off Sam Murray. 3 straight now.
Yeah, and you're gonna expect, you know, a fight from Carlos Keller. He's not gonna just lay over while Sam just scores points. What Carlos does well is he adjusts on the fly.
He does, and you know what? I love that fact that we've seen serves from Carlos all over the court. Keep Sam Murray guessing. That's a point right there. It's an ace serve by Keller. It's a peel used by Sam Murray, but no, call stands. Both line judges agree it was an ace.
It's very difficult to appeal that, and I know from Sam's point of view he's there, but there is a specific line judge on the side. His only job is to call shorts, and they're called prior to Scott.
Oh, a skip shot there by Carlos Keller. Of course, consultation right there from Keller to his camp to see if that ball was a skip or not. He's not appealing.
Very tight game 2.
No, it was very different. I mean, right now, Carlos Keller came with 4 straight to get back in this. Wow, I love those shots from Carlos Keller. He just seems so natural and comfortable when he does those backhands.
Yeah. And I brought up before how he took some shots with his backhand, and I would have preferred him to spin around and take a forehand. It must be a comfort thing that he likes his backhand a little bit more. There's to the forehand. Great down the line by Sam. You see, Fabio, now that wasn't totally down the line. Carlos almost got a racket on it, but it was also about a foot high. It hit the front wall about 12 inches high, which means the ball's going to bounce twice before the back wall. It's not going to come off the back wall. That's why Carlos had to lay out and try to grab that, because he knew that was not coming off the back wall.
See, such a different demeanor when Carlos is on defense than on offense. I think he feels more comfortable being defensive, trying to crawl back right there.
And from Carlos's standpoint, he has to know, Fabio, that he's not going to blow out Sam in game 2 after barely, taking game 1, and he's got to expect Sam Murray. That ball bounced twice, and that's no. And he's got to expect that Sam's going to put up a fight. He needs to just keep these points close, keep the game close, and when he gets north of 10 in the 11 and 12 zone, then he needs to go on super offense and try to close out the game. that will make Carlos Keller start to become more dominant on tour.
Definitely so. Right there, great shot by Sam Murray to go back on offense. In the middle of game number 2. Again, Carlos on defense seems so comfortable when he does an offensive shot.
(7-7). Headpen is not only the scoreboard sponsor, but the official ball of almost everybody. Check them out online, www.head.com/racquetball. Good diving grab going to the ceiling. Pinch kill shot. Big Canada.
Great camera work there by our producers. You can see Sam perfectly execute that shot.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got a team here today. Absolutely. It's a pleasure working with my team and my intern, Pablo Fajek. Never. Pablo is the secret. He's the secret sauce, Fabio, right?
Seems like we've been at 7-7 for a while, Dean.
Yeah, and again, I think that needs to be sort of Carlos's game plan. Again, keep this game 2 close. But when he has the opportunity, he has to close it out. Carlos is methodical on the court. You know, he's got that smooth backhand. It's almost Perea-like. You know, like it's not powerful. And I think for Carlos to really take his game to the next level, he needs more power. He needs Moscoso power.
Yeah, of course.
And I don't know if he can generate that.
Bit of a towel timeout here.
I want to remind everyone to go to onewallball.com, search Roller Racquetball. There's some great Roller Racquetball clothing on sale to support breast cancer. I want to thank and wish Amy Roller well.
Again, Keller. 2 away from Murray.
Nine 7. To the forehand, Keller's there. Off the back wall, Keller's there. Keller's not there. Down the line.
Down the line.
Always the winner, right, Fabio?
Always a winner.
DTL. Want to tell everyone watching that a lot of these players, get here to this event with the help of Reaching Your Dream Foundation. So if you can go to give2rydf.org, and to be honest, if anyone is generous enough to send Reaching Your Dream Foundation, if you're watching at home and you're generous enough to send them $100 today, I will personally send you a U.S. Open T-shirt as well as an IRT T-shirt. I got 3 of them available, so email me, dean@irt-tour.com, proof, and I will get them out to you today. That is a promise.
Wow, very impressive. That was a missed shot right there by Sam Murray. You talked about how difficult it is when that ball is right next to the wall, Dean, and Sam just missed it.
Wow, kill shot down Broadway from Keller. Timeout on the court. We'll take a break, too. We'll be back on IRT Live.
The more care you put into something, the better it will be. It's why you put so much into everything you do. And it's why UnitedHealthCare has so many ways to take care of you, like supporting your physical and mental health, helping make sure you're not surprised by prescription costs, and connecting you to care whenever you need it. Because like you, UnitedHealthCare knows what care can do.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, from Minneapolis, Minnesota. 2021 UnitedHealthCare U.S. Open Racquetball Championships. For those who are just joining us, Carlos Keller from Santa Cruz de la Sierra, Bolivia, against Sam Murray from Quebec, Canada. Keller is in a 4-point run at this moment. He's hot.
Sam needs to stop the bleeding here.
Another point right here. 12 serving 7 now. Not very good time out there for Sam Murray. Carlos Keller, he's thinking pure offense at this moment. Penalty hinder. Side out called. I don't see Carlos Keller appealing though.
That's what's good about this kind of court, Fabio. People, most players will have 2 or 3 of their friends around. I know when Rocky used to play, Fran had spotters on the court, giving them signals to see what they saw. Any type of advantage, use of the technology and use of people to help you win the match is necessary here. There's a lot at stake. U.S. Open.
Oh. Very effective Caesar right there from Sam Murray to cut this bleeding. And you know what? I like it. He's mixing it up. And, Carlos Keller might want to consider taking a timeout if this one keeps going not his way.
Already got 2 people donating to RYDF, sending me notes. Got to get the receipts in, showing me you donated. Good pickup. Right back to him. Carlos missed an easy one, Fabio.
Let's have a replay right here.
Look at Carlos, he's so off balance. But Sam, this is the one right here. Right back to him. Carlos is right. He didn't have to move. There's the mistake. And maybe he should have went up top to reset it because he was all over the place. Dizzy maybe. Set up. Keller skipped it in, went bottom board. Wow, it's getting close, Fabio.
7 from 7. I mean, he got here Sam with 4 points of his own in a row.
Good pickup. Beautiful DTL.
That 5-point advantage that Carlos Keller had, he lost it within 3 minutes. And you know what? He's giving him something to think about right now. He needs to consider changing his offensive right now strategy because 3 points away from victory right now and passing to the semifinals, it just seems so far away.
Guys, I have 2 people already interested in donating to the give2rydf.org. Make that donation of at least $100. What a get. Can't get that one. Give2rydf.org. Send me that message. I'll get you out. a U.S. Open T-shirt and a IRT T-shirt. The donation must be at least $100. Dig deep. Also, ladies and gentlemen, there is an auction going on right now from Rafa House. There's only 2 more days to bid online and support Rafa International and St. Jude's. AuctionUSOpen.com. Bid high and bid often. Wow, what a kill shot there. Oh, he skipped it? Ooh, I thought it was good.
Skip shot right there.
Carlos, I think he called it good, and Carlos said it skipped. To be honest, that's what happened. That's sportsmanship right there from the country of Bolivia.
Wow, kept alive by Keller. Not that one, though.
Wow.
Murray, again, on the board.
Setup. The serves are not good, Fabio. They're coming off the wall like at least 2 feet off the back wall.
And you know what? It created opportunity right there for Keller as he killed. And you know,
that was easy. That was textbook.
That was easy right there for Keller. Let's see if he can capitalize on this. He's 2 away from victory, Dean.
Good jam serve, but good adjustment. Here comes a plum, as Pineda would say. But Keller's right there. Sam can't get that one.
Wow, Sam.
Point Keller.
Sam missed an opportunity right here. Let's have
take
a replay.
look. Wow, look at that dive. Look at this plum and right to Carlos. Why pinch that, Fabio? Why? Why? Decision making.
Shot selection was not on Sam's
Here it is right
side.
here. Oh, he's right there. I love that that Big Canada kept going for that. It's a huge towel timeout. But
this is something Sam should think about definitely right here. Unfortunately, he has no timeout left.
Yeah, he's in for the fight here. This is first match point opportunity for Carlos Keller. Is he going to go for the crack ace?
Oh, that jam serve he did at 13. He did it again in 13, game 1.
No, straight down the line. And it was really good. Setup. Here comes a plum for Murray. It's up. Keller can't get around him. That's what Big Canada does to you. Uses his whole body. Blocked him out. Couldn't get there. Unbelievable. I want to thank both of those people for donating to give to RYDF. I want to see the receipt, and I'll get out your
skip there by Murray.
Again.
And you know, if you notice, Dean, at point 13 in both games 1 and 2, that's when Keller went for the jam serve.
Yeah.
To throw him off.
Well, here's the second opportunity for Carlos Keller to head to the semifinals. Corto.
Oof. Interesting.
Yeah, but this is a good serve because Sam Murray steps up and tries to shoot it. And Keller's there. And what a winner! Winner!
Chicken dinner. Wow. A fantastic shot there by Keller.
Unbelievable! I can't believe he chased that down.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for
have
Carlos
to see a replay.
Keller, Vargas,
got it. Let's
and
take
Samuel
a look.
Murray.
See a couple replays here.
That's a great shot, and then right into the corner.
Next up on the stadium court,
look at the
quarterfinal match
emotion,
number
but here
2.
You're going to get a better look
we'll
at
get started in
right
about
here.
10
Look at
minutes.
this,
Let
spinning
the players
around.
warm up.
Keller right into the corner. Look at the emotion.
Want to remind
from
everybody
Carlos
we're
Keller.
in session number 4. Must have a preferred player package.
Unbelievable.
Or session number 4 ticket
Carlos
for the
Keller.
bleachers.
Saludos a
Everybody
Carlos
in the
Keller. Una
lower bowl
felicitación
and in
por
the gold
ganar este
seats
partido.
up in the
15,
bleachers.
11, 15,
You must
12.
have the appropriate
Felicidades a Carlitos Keller
credential
de
with
Santa
your
Cruz
name
de la
on
Sierra,
it to
Bolivia.
sit in your chair.
And we will be
Please
back
do not
shortly
sit
with
in anybody
player
else's seat
interview right now with
or
the
in
winner,
anybody
Carlos
else's
Keller.
gold
Regresamos
box.
pronto con la entrevista oficial para Carlos Keller ahorita como ganador. Regresamos pronto aquí en IRT Live.
It's important to recognize that you are a team, in sports and in life. You are strong when they are weak, and you give support when they need it most. Correcting when an injury sidelines the journey, and remembering that no isn't an option. You can keep pushing yourself and your teammate, because your energy is their energy, and greatness comes from pushing through.
Building sport, made for life. Mueller.
When you don't feel like yourself, trust the pharmacy experts at Lewis. From prescription medications to finding the things that make you feel better, Lewis pharmacists know what you need. Count on Lewis and feel better.
Hola, ¿qué tal? Bienvenidos a todos. Muy buenas tardes. Estamos aquí con el triunfo de Carlos Keller, que acaba de ganar su primer juego de cuartos de final y pasaste a las semifinales. Carlos, muchas felicidades por este triunfo de Santa Cruz de la Sierra. Carlos, qué espectacular forma de terminar ese partido. ¿Qué pasó por tu mente ahorita con ese tiro imposible?
Bueno, primero que nada, Fabio, muchísimas gracias por la cobertura. La verdad que fue a ojos cerrados, se podría decir, ese último tiro. No sé cómo llegó a la pared, la verdad. Pero no, me siento muy emocionado de haber llegado. Es mi primera semifinal de un US Open. Para mí, eso es un gran logro. Agradecer a todos ustedes por toda la cobertura que le dan al racquetball, para que así este deporte siga creciendo cada vez más. Y bueno, también quiero agradecer a la fundación Reaching for Dream Foundation por todo el apoyo que me han brindado durante todos estos torneos.
Has tenido un excelente año, Carlos. Este 2021 ha sido muy bueno para ti. Has tenido un muy buen desempeño y aparte eres campeón nacional de dobles de Bolivia. Representarás a tu país este año en la Copa Mundial del IRF en Guatemala. ¿Algún agradecimiento que quieras dar, un mensaje que quieras mandar a toda tu gente que te está viendo?
Sí, así es. Muchísimas gracias a toda la gente de Bolivia por todo el apoyo que me han brindado durante toda mi trayectoria, se podría decir. La verdad que, como le decía, Fabio, muy feliz, contento de haber llegado a esta semifinal. Y bueno, este triunfo quiero dedicárselo a mi mamá, que también siempre estuvo conmigo durante todos los torneos. Y bueno, creo que ese empujoncito, esa suerte ha llegado de parte de ella, de Dios. Y muchísimas gracias por todo.
Muy bien, Carlos, muchas felicidades y esperamos verte el día de mañana en las semifinales. Everyone, want to thank you very much for watching. Carlos Keller defeats Sam Murray in 2 straight. He goes to the semifinals, so we'll see him tomorrow. And right now, we're going to go to the next quarterfinal match between none other than André Parrilla and also Alejandra Landa for the IRT. I am Fabio Soto. We'll be back after a short break with the next quarterfinal match here at the 2021 UnitedHealthCare US Open.